Hi guys, so this is a day in my life as a stay-at-home mom. So my day started off around midnight to pump. I usually do pump a little bit earlier, but based on how my day went, it just happened to be around midnight. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm getting my pump pieces ready, and that's me yawning because it is midnight. Usually I'm asleep by now. Um, so yeah, that's me getting all the pieces. So it is sitting in the sanitizer right now. I do wash everything by hand with soap and then it gets put into the sanitizer. So it steams it and then it's also storage. Oh, me yawning again. Very tired, as you can see. Yeah, I really like this. Oh, yes, I'm a hot mess. Excuse me. Hot Mess Express. Um, yeah, so I do like this. It was from Amazon, the sterilizer and storage, and that's the pump pieces. I do use the Advent pump and bottles for pumping. Oh, and here we go. Here's the milk, and then I also use the Advent storage milk bags. I do like these. Right now, anything I pump, I do freeze. So you definitely want to make sure that you're writing the date and the time on the milk so you know when it goes bad. This is me trying to figure out how much I pumped. And then, so 150 it looks like. And we want to be putting PM and AM. Just sometimes it can be helpful because if you're gonna go give a bottle for nighttime, you want to try to pull a nighttime milk as opposed to a morning milk, just because there's different hormones that do different things. Yeah, so this is me getting ready to pour. I do try to be very careful because I have had a few times where I've poured the milk and I missed, or I got it in and then when I placed the bag standing up, it fell over, which is always devastating. Literally never understood the saying, don't cry over spilt milk until I became a mother because I cried every time. Yeah, so that was me trying to get the air out. So yeah, before you put them in the freezer, you do want to get all the air out. So that's what I'm doing here. Oh, there is a black spot on the back, but that's just on the outside. So that's just me wiping it off. Looks like it was a piece of fuzz from my shirt, probably. And there's my milk stash, my freezer stash. So we're gonna let that freeze, and then once that freezes, we just put it towards the back because we just want the milk to try to be at the back as opposed to the front of the freezer. And then that was cut to 2 a.m. So I slept for maybe just under 2 hours. And Bubby woke up. She woke up to feed. That was my husband. He does still get up with me at night. She was bottle fed originally, so we would both get up and I would pump and he would feed her. But now she is breastfed, except for that one night feed that we do give a bottle, but everything else she's breastfed. But he still gets up because he's amazing, and just having that moral support and mental support is great. Yeah, she likes to grab my face. She's very active when she feeds, grabbing my shirt. She likes to kick, grabbing my lips, grabbing my nose. And here we go, back in the sleep sack, and we're gonna go put her back down. She is pretty good with sleeping, so I think she went to bed around 7:30 that night, woke up at 2, fed, went back to bed, and then back up at 7:30 that morning. So that is this clip. So we are waking up for the day. If anyone's curious, she is 5.5 months right now. So morning kisses for the puppy. Just taking the sleep sack off. I love that sleep sack, by the way. It's Halo. It's like that thicker cotton material, not the thin one. Oh yeah, me yawning. Always tired. Always a hot mess. Just checking her diaper. And then we go right to her technically first, I guess second feed of the day. Little less movement, less kicking, less grabbing, probably because she a little bit more tired because she just woke up. And then this is me making breakfast. My husband was working from home this day, so I did have extra time to make like a fancier breakfast. Normally I'll just make oatmeal, something really quick that I could do in like a few minutes, but I decided to take my time this day and take advantage of having an extra parent at home. That's me making coffee. Coffee is a must. I do drink coffee and breastfeed. The coffee intake is the same for pregnant women. Recommended under 200 milligrams, which is about 2 cups. I don't ever drink the full 200 milligrams because every time I make a cup of coffee, I never finish it. I usually drink like less than half. So I'll usually make 1 cup, like drink less than half, and then later on in the day I'll make a second one and also drink less than half. So I don't even think I get a full cup in a day. Yeah, so this is me making my quote unquote fancy breakfast, which is eggs and hash browns. Oh, there I am. I like my eggs scrambled. I think that that's also the quickest way to make eggs, in my opinion, and I think that they just taste so good that way. I also like doing scrambled eggs with a spatula. Is that a spatula? I don't even know. Whatever that thing is. And then some creamer for my milk. Stir, stir, stir. There we go. Oh, it's very hot. I can see the steam. All right, add some salt. Salt. Mrs. Dash, love Mrs. Dash. That's their garlic one, and then some pepper. Gonna mix it all together. Excuse me. And then I'm just checking on the hash browns to see if they're ready. Me trying some of the coffee. Yes, tastes amazing as always. Oh, I think I put the hash browns. I just flipped them and put them back. Okay, there we go. So the hash browns are ready, and this I just cooked in the air fryer. Love the air fryer. It makes cooking super easy. You could do literally so many things in there. And then an apple for some fruit. Okay, so this is cut to Bubby's first nap of the day. I think it was about an hour later. That's her sound machine. Her first wake window is typically about an hour. So I'll usually just keep her in her overnight sleeper, just because she normally goes down for her first nap pretty quickly, and then after that first nap, I'll dress her for the day. So while she's taking a nap, I showered and got dressed. That's a breastfeeding shirt, which is always a must. Sleeping when the baby sleeps is lovely advice, but it generally doesn't happen. Sometimes I will sleep when she sleeps if there's nothing that I need to get done, but most of the time I need to be doing things. So she was still sleeping when I got out of the shower, so I decided to edit some videos. And then it was time for her next feed. So this is her, grabbing the face as usual, and we're gonna get her out of that sleeper and put her in her outfit for the day. This is me picking out her outfit. She's just in her crib. So this is her room. She does have a big girl crib in there, and her dresser's in there, and her changing table's in there, but she does sleep in our bedroom in a mini crib. Ooh, me trying to get the camera to stay. So she likes to kick a lot, so getting her dressed is really like an Olympic sport at this point. She just loves to roll, kick, all the movements as much as possible. The bottoms are from H&M. I love them because they do have their feet. It makes it a lot easier because socks just come right off of her all the time, especially now that she's moving a lot more. And then that top is from Ray Dunn. Oh, there's the baby. Oh my goodness, she's so cute. Yeah, it was from Winners. Oh, some cuddles, some kisses. And then after that, I think this was around 11-ish. I am making a snack. So this is normally my go-to for breakfast, but since I had my fancy breakfast, I thought I would have this for a snack. So I'm making oatmeal with some berries, so raspberries and blueberries. It's one of my favorite things to make. It's super quick, super easy. I'm just putting the store-bought, like the stuff that was in the containers from the store, just into some Tupperware. So yeah, I get the high protein brown sugar oatmeal. Again, super easy. You just need a little bit of, I don't even measure anymore. When I first started making oatmeal, I would measure it, but now I just eyeball it. You just add some water, stir it, put it in the microwave for 2 minutes. And then you just, when you bring it out, you just stir it up a bit and add your fruit if you want fruit. This is me just putting the other fruit in more Tupperware to the side. I like to do this. I just think it helps preserve the fruit longer. I don't know if that's actually true or not, but I just do this as opposed to like keeping it in the store container. Okay, there we go. There's the oatmeal and my second cup of coffee. Although I didn't finish the first one, so that's some creamer. Add the berries. Yum 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 yum. This makes me want to have oatmeal right now. But it's like 10 o'clock at night, so. And yeah, perfect. Okay, and then she is napping again, so her second nap of the day, and I'm going to go back to my editing. So yeah, basically anything video related, I do try to do during her naps. If she takes a long enough nap, sometimes she takes really short naps and I don't really get to do anything on the laptop. But she had a long nap this day. I think because my husband was also home. Because when it's just me, she loves to do power naps. But when Daddy's home, we sleep for an hour and a half. It's always like that, I swear. I love her. Yeah, so I'm getting lots of work done. I was able to finish editing an ASMR video and upload it, which is amazing because normally I just have to wait to do this at night when she's in her nighttime sleep, which is usually after 7:30. But yeah, this was great. I could do it during the day. So yeah, I do everything. I was doing everything on my phone when I first started my ASMR and vlog channel, but now I do it on my MacBook. And it's so much easier. Yeah, so this is just me showing my channel. That's Tawny ASMR. And I believe that was a haul video. If anyone is curious, that breastfeeding top is from Amazon. I would highly recommend. They are amazing. I do have several in different colors, and I have several of the same colors. So if you see me in this, what looks like the same shirt, like if it looks like it was filmed the same day because I'm wearing the same thing, I just have several of that shirt. So yeah, I think all my thumbnails, I'm wearing almost the same shirt, or if not the same shirt, but it's multiple of the same thing. Yeah, so yeah, I love these shirts from Amazon. It's kind of sad. Shopping for myself now is kind of bleak because I can't just go out and buy regular clothes because I do have to be able to access um the boobs for baby. So I only exclusively wear breastfeeding shirts now. And then I will just always pair that with leggings or sweatpants, something comfy. So. And there we go. So it is uploaded, my ASMR video. If you guys want to check that out, that'll be on my other channel, Tawny ASMR. So after that, we did have an appointment to check out a daycare. So that's what we're doing now. She is only 5.5 months, and she'll be going to daycare around 12 months when I go back to work. But you do want to be looking quite early just so you can make sure you get a spot. And these are the mountains, the Rocky Mountains, so beautiful. Anytime I see them, I'm just in awe. I grew up in Toronto. I'm not originally from the West Coast, so we do not have mountains like that where I'm from. And then after the daycare viewing, we are taking her to the doctor because she has a rash on her face. She had it before and we had a cream and it went away, but then it came back, so we're just going to take her back to get that looked at. And this is me just doing a feed in the car before we go in. I don't mind breastfeeding in public. I I have no issue doing that. It's usually more comfy in the back of the car as opposed to like doctor office chairs that have no armrests and no support. So yeah, that we did get a prescription, so we're gonna go to Shoppers, and this is after the prescription was filled. So we did get two creams. One was like topical cream. They're both topical creams, but one was an antibiotic and one was a steroid. So just use those, use one and then use the other for a few days, and hopefully that'll clear it up. Her face is better, so that is great. And that was us going home. We get home and she is due for another feed. And then I didn't film dinner, or yeah, no, I didn't film dinner. So some time has passed because she just breastfed, and then her next feed would have been about 3 hours later with a bottle, so that's why I was defrosting the milk. And then now she's in bed. My husband and I watched Ginny and Georgia and had a charcuterie board kind of date night thing. And then before I go to bed, I think this is around 11, I'm just gonna pump. So this is me getting the pump together. I usually pump once a day now. I was getting up in the middle of the night around 3 to pump. But it was a lot. Because she sleeps through the night, so she was sleeping more than I did, so I wanted to sleep through the night too. So I decided to stop the 3 a.m. pump, and it was probably one of the best decisions. Yes, it's me getting the pump ready. I was nervous to drop that pump at 3 a.m. just because I was afraid my milk supply would go down. I think maybe it did temporarily, but it's fine now. There we go. So this is the milk that I got. This is me trying to figure out how much I got. I can't remember how much it was exactly, but yeah, this is me writing down the time, the date and time. Oh, 180. Okay, so that's 5 hours. So during the day, she does get breastfed about every 3 hours. Sometimes before if she's hungry before that, but it's usually every three. And then the last feed is usually like her bedtime feed is usually around 7 or 6. It depends on when she wakes up. Yeah, so I pumped 5 hours after the last time I breastfeed her, so that was 180 after 5 hours. And this is me getting the air out before I put it in the freezer with my milk stash. So proud of the milk stash. And then yeah, and then I'm gonna get ready to go to bed. So thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day.